My name is Ain Husniza. I'm 17 years old and right now I'm spearheading the movement for Make School a Safer Place.
Ain Husniza Saiful Nizam had not expected the overwhelming response to her video in which she took a male teacher to task over a joke he made about rape during class. The video, which has been viewed more than 1.4 million times on TikTok, sparked a nationwide debate on sex education, misogyny, and sexual violence. The debate prompted her to create the hashtag Make School a Safer Place.
Our movement focuses on making school a safer environment for every student, no matter what gender you are, either girls or boys. Because right now, this movement started from when my PJK teacher started making lewd jokes in class and jokes about rape. We don't want this kind of mindset to be spreaded towards our future leaders of this country. So we want to make sure that no wrong mindset or wrong things are being spreaded to our students.
The hashtag began trending as Ain explored the backlash she received from some students and teachers who accused her of drawing negative attention to her school. She also received a rape threat from a schoolmate as well as lewd remarks about her appearance from some social media users. Her parents have given their full support in calling to make schools a safer place for all students.
Kalau ikut biasa, cara biasa, fikir macam benda ni lawak je. Semua orang tak kisah. Dan saya diamkan. Memang, yalah, anak yang kedua ni lah pula belajar dengan cikgu yang sama. Dan benda tu tak berhenti. Memang kita kena put a stop to it.
Cheryl Fernando of Education Advocacy Group, Pemimpin GSL, said students like Ain represented a new generation who are not afraid to use social media to speak up.
So I think that teachers also have to be trained to adapt with the times, to adapt with the students. How can now you accommodate this group of students, this generation of students, to make them feel like their voices are heard and to also listen to them and to acknowledge whatever that they are feeling.
Ain hopes the movement will encourage other teenagers to come forward about problems they face at school.
There's been numerous students that have been coming forward with their own stories to me in my DMs, talking about how they also tried to fight this thing but they were being alienated by their classmates or by their teachers, or the teachers that did the wrongdoing themselves didn't get any action, people didn't take any action to what the students have to say. And for me, that's very, very sad.
Hello.
Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mamaliez. Behind is about sharing of inspiring stories and sharing of all the difficult stories too on behind closed door with Mamaliez with unconditional love and respect. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you, Nina, for being with me tonight. It's a very, very special night. I think is my epic show because it is close to my heart. I didn't expect this today to happen actually. Tonight is because actually we have supposed to have another guest to come in. Teacher Ken. Teacher Shen supposed to come, but he couldn't make it because he has measles. So hopefully he get well soon, very soon, and he will come in next Friday instead. And then I'm supposed to look for another guest. But
I guess God kind of gave us a new guest, right?
Yeah. I couldn't find any guest about me, and maybe I want to share something. Maybe I talk about me. So hey, what do I talk about? I don't know what I want to talk about, right? And then suddenly I saw this article and video about this girl named Ain, about 17 years old. She talked so eloquent and so courageous and so brave, and it really struck a chord in my heart. And I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling then. And somehow she gave me the courage to speak up and make a stand and share my own story. And that's how I shared my story first in LinkedIn and Facebook about my own, how I am actually a victim, a rape victim, and I was sexually molested when I was young. So, and I was thinking, okay, there's this angle I want to take. That's what I want to share. And then I'm thinking, oh, even nice, it'd be great to have Ayn and her father to be on our show, my show, And I said, okay, what do I do? And with the help of my other popcorn graduate, and we tracked down the father's Facebook. And then I actually wrote to him, oh, please, I'm having this show tomorrow. Please, can give him the link? Can you please join us? And he answered back. And Alhamdulillah, we're going to have both of them on our show. And on top of that, I also invited my sisters, my two younger sisters. I come from blended family. One side from my mom, and one side from my dad. My mom, where we share the same mother, and different dad, and then the other one is the same dad with different mother. And we also have another special guest, which is Abzan, who is our mental advocate, a mental health advocate. Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, let's invite all of them in. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Maybe you want, shall we get everybody to introduce themselves?
Yeah, thank you. To introduce themselves, and let's before we start introducing, I just want to read the comments, and we have a lot of people online right now. We have Ilyas Ishak. My dad is here as well, Abdul Halim.
Right, welcome, Uncle.
Yeah, welcome. And Manchitan, maybe you guys can just share where you are tuning in from. Are you a parent? Are you how old are you? Maybe you're young, like my sister, 17 years old.
Yeah, if you guys can share with us whether you're a parent or you have sisters or or your friends of our guest tonight, let us know. And Eri is saying strong girl, well done. Ayn, and yes, go Ayn. Eri is saying. Adika is saying hello everybody. Oh, Andreas, who's one of our friends.
Adika.
Oh, Vitama Adika, is saying I stand with Ayn. Yay. And Amin is here as well. Angela, Saiful, Nizam. So many people tuning in support. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
Saying, I'm here watching with one eye, looking forward to this session. One eye, what happened to the other eye?
So there you go. We've got someone with one eye who's supporting you as well. Melissa's here, Audrey Lim. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Even Shireen is here. Yeah.
And also Lauren is all the way from Singapore.
Yep.
And
Liana, Haley, Adriana.
Yes, and my mother is here as well.
Okay.
And my other sister is here.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, here we have Pusat Jagaan Research here. Gombak. Oh, I always support you.
Oh, it's Juan Ruby. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, let us know whether you're a parent, you're a student, and if you know anyone.
Here. Welcome, Zelda.
Okay, let's get everyone to introduce yourself. Maybe we can start with my younger sister, Fatima. Or my son, youngest on my mother's side. We share the same father, and no, same mother, different father. I pun boleh confuse.
Blended family, that's what happened.
I'm just 11, dah tua dah, macam mana?
Hi everyone. My name is Fatima. I am 26 this year, and for me to be on this show with someone who is advocating something that is very big, she is just 17 years old. I really respect that bravery. It just shows that age is just a number, and I really looking forward to see what you have to share. You can share with us tonight. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. How about Afzan?
Hi, I'm Afzan and I'm a mental health advocate. I'm here really to support Ain also because her advocacy, her fight is so dear to my heart because of what happened to me earlier in my life. I was 17, 20 plus years ago, and I don't remember caring about any issue at all when I was 17. So Ain is really, really an inspiring young teenager of today.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Alicia? Now she is really the youngest on my dad's side. We share the same mother. Same father. Tidak lagi.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Alicia. I'm 18 years old. I'm 1 year older than Ain, but I'm actually really surprised how Ain is like really brave and to speak about this kind of topic because I I don't think I can do the same as her, but yeah, she's very inspiring and yeah. Thank you for having me in this show. I'm really happy to meet everyone here.
Oh, can I also say something?
Sure.
I'd like to give kudos to Ain's father here, Mr. Saiful Nizam, because he has raised a beautiful daughter who is not only beautiful but also brave and courageous and has such conviction at an early age. 17 is like, I was still jumping around in the field at that age. So yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Saiful, for raising such a beautiful daughter.
Yes, you are amazing. Dad, I just want to ask you about how did you start parenting her? Okay, I need to start doing it to my kids too, so that when they grow up, they'll be like Ain, like fight for the rights,
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ain, maybe before Ain, we go to Mr. Saiful, Encik Saiful.
Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. I'm Saiful Nizam, of course, father of Ain. I'm 42 this year, and I'm just a normal, simple person that has no such. People are keep commenting, giving me praises, because of my greatness or super dad, whatnot. But then I would like to highlight that I'm just like you. I'm just a normal father that loves his child that loves his family. So, in terms of parenting, in terms of I do the same like you all. But then might be once I got this beautiful soul next to me, and she's so brave, she stand up, and what can I do? I need to support her all the way. That is what I think all fathers should do. So
Awesome, bravo. And now to our star tonight, Ain.
Hi. So my name is Ain. I am 17 years old, and right now I'm spearheading the movement for hashtag Make School a Safer Place, which focuses on making school a safer environment for students to voice out their opinions and tell their problems to teachers, which is obviously not the case right now because when I voiced out my opinion and told teachers my problems, they tried to brush it under the rug and tried to make the problem seem smaller by saying that I was emotional and sensitive because I am a girl.
Oh.
Right. Okay. So maybe can we start from the beginning? Like, what was the situation happening that led you to where you are today? If you can start right from the beginning, what happened? Because there's a couple of questions from people here. Yeah.
What made me the person I am today?
No. How did this whole incident started?
Oh, okay. So this whole incident started by when my VK teacher started making lewd and inappropriate comments in class, such as joking about rape. And he was telling that to underage students like us in class, which I believe was at that time very inappropriate of that teacher, and I felt very unsafe in class even. And after the teacher's class ended, I talked to my female classmates, and we were all very uncomfortable. We felt threatened, but the boys in class were laughing like it was so funny to joke about rape, which I found very disturbing, to say the least. And when I came home, I talked to my mother about this. I talked to Mama, and Mama was like, "Well, why is that teacher like that, right? Like he shouldn't have done that, right?" So, as a normal teenager, I have lots of social medias, and I like to voice out of my opinion. And as of that day, I made a TikTok about that incident, and I didn't think that it would get viral, but it did. And it made me more aware by how I was not the only one that was going through this situation. But in fact, from every school in Malaysia, it was not a uncommon thing. In fact, it was very normalized.
Okay. Before you did that TikTok video, because I haven't seen that TikTok video, did you actually did do a complaint to the teacher, or it was after the video you did the complaint? Just wondering.
I did. I texted my teacher the same day I made the video. Though he unfortunately replied late. He replied late at night where I have already slept. So I needed to tell him about that situation the day after which the TikTok was already viral.
Okay. And this was it the teacher who made the comment that you texted, or was it your counseling teacher?
About what?
You said you texted your teacher. So which teacher was this?
I texted my counseling teacher. I wanted to report to him about like what my PJK teacher did in class, because I believe what that PJK teacher did in class was wrong. So he should have done something about it. But instead, he tried to gaslight me by saying that I was emotional and sensitive because I was a girl, and that for boys it was just a normal thing. And he even tried to say that apparently it was just a different type of teaching. Like, what kind of teaching is that?
Right. Okay. And it was after that you did the TikTok video, right?
No, you got it wrong. I did the TikTok video after I came back home from school.
Because of the joke.
Mad.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay. Got it.
I was unsatisfied, right? Like a normal kid, I wanted to voice out my opinion somewhere, but I did tell him. I did tell him like, teacher, I have something to say to you the same day this incident happened. But he replied late to me. So I had to explain to him in detail what happened the next day, the day that the TikTok went viral.
And that was his response to you, right?
Okay. The day the PE teacher said that kind of a joke, did you talk to the PE teacher and tell him that you feel uncomfortable about it? Did you, voice out how you feel?
In class, I was shocked. Yeah. I was shocked that he would say that. I felt threatened. I felt unsafe, and I didn't want to talk to him because I felt scared. I felt scared, and he is known as the disciplining teacher in school. Yeah, so he has a very big responsibility, right? Students respect him. Students fear him. So this was a action that was he shouldn't have done that, basically.
Okay. I just want to say, Ain, I have some sources who were telling me he didn't say exactly what you said. They were saying that what he said was buat seks dengan budak bawah 18 tahun dikategorikan sebagai rogol. Atas 18 bukan rogol. Ramai bawah 18 tahun buat seks tak buat report sebab mereka buat suka sama suka. And then the boys in the class yang buat joke kata ialah sebab sedap. Okay. So apparently this teacher is married with kids, and he's a sports science and a pedagogy sexual teacher.
Pedagogy.
What is that?
I don't even know what
is that?
So apparently one person has made a comment that, it seems like he didn't say. I mean, he didn't say the way that you said. You said he said it. He said it in the way kononnya nak mengajar is to teach
So, um,
about.
my point was that he said it, and it was wrong. He shouldn't just no, we can't even claim that this was said by the teacher himself now. These are from people that maybe not even understand the situation right now, from people that weren't even my class spreading these rumors, which are just it's so unfair to the teacher himself, when like these people might even incriminating him even more.
Right. I think regardless of it, whether you're joking or you're trying to teach people, jokes about rape is just not okay, and laughing it off is completely not okay, because what we're doing is that we're teaching future men, we're teaching boys that, hey, it's rape is okay. Unconsciously we're teaching that, and that is not okay. So I would like to actually ask the audience at home, what do you guys think about this? Is it okay? Is it not okay? We would really like to hear from you, because for me, it's not okay.
Or have you heard this kind of jokes yourself?
Yeah. Is this normal? Is this what's happening? Because I mean, I think I am just like Ayn. It did not occur to me that this was normal until your video went viral, and it didn't occur to you it was normal either until it went viral, and they said that, oh, this is normal in my school as well, right?
So another comment that I hear also was saying that, hey, there is a possibility that she's got a motive of of doing this, because maybe she doesn't get good marks from the teacher, or maybe actually she wants to be a girlfriend to the teacher. So there are comments like that. Maybe, or maybe, there were comments like saying that, oh, they maybe, he actually, there is a motive to give bad reputation to the teacher for whatever those reasons.
Wow. Okay. The comments are coming in. Everybody's saying it's big no. Rape jokes should never be normalized. Our girls need protection. And Michelle Lim, who's actually tuning in from Japan, right, is saying it is not normal, but we are always told to keep quiet and learn to take a joke. That is so right, and which is why we think it's so important to have, somebody like you. You're 17 years old and you're saying, no, it's not okay. This is not normal. So stop saying it's normal, because it's not.
So maybe Alicia and also Fatima, you have any comment on this? What do you think?
Yeah, because what's happening on your side,
Yeah, like Alicia, have you ever faced something like that, or Fatima, have you faced something like that similar in your environment anywhere?
I think for me, if
Okay.
as someone who is the youngest, especially, Kak Liza will know that I am actually a very quiet person in the family, and will always listen to people. And whenever there's something that I want to say, if it's regardless if it's true or not, I will always be like, hey, can you please not be so sensitive on this? Can you please don't overthink? You're just overthinking, and I feel like I'm invalidated. And I think I should learn from I how to talk more.
Good job.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how do you feel? Do you feel like someone just silence you? Hey, you're the young one, you don't say anything, you don't know anything. I am the older one, we're the big ones. Then you should listen to us because we have more experience.
Yeah, but I feel like I need to learn to speak up more, and I do not let those words come in because it's not true what they say about me, and it goes to Ayn as well. Whatever that people say about you, it's not true because you are in that situation. You know what's happening, right? So I hope that to really get that message out there to the world, saying that, hey, uh, please understand that this is not sensitive, that this is not woman being sensitive. I mean, this is not coming from a sensitive side of view, but this is a sensitive issue, especially for women, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alicia, how about you?
I'm also like Emma, Fatima, like I'm the quiet one in the family. I think maybe that's just a younger, younger child thing, I guess. But I I did experience myself not sexual harassment, maybe like catcalling. Well, there's one day I was wearing like a short skirt, not really that attracting men or whatever or anyone. Then I was just taking pictures with my friends, and then this about 40 years old man just came up to me riding a motorcycle and was like, "Oh, buat apa tu? What are you guys doing?" And then like he start asking me, "Oh, are you Malay? Are you Melayu?" And then like he looked at me up down like so creepy. And then I feel like he's gonna like come towards me. So me and my friends were like running, and it was so scary lah. Like what? That's and also like I have my friends before this live show. I did ask a few of my friends about them experiencing this kind of stuff. My friend, she's 15 years old. She's in my school, my old school. She told me that her teacher just randomly called her sexy. Yeah, she
Wow.
told me like 2 days ago, and I'm like, what? Did he call you that? And then she said, I don't know. He just randomly start calling me that, and then like start smirking at me, so macam gatal like that. And then my friend did confront him, saying that, oh, can you please don't say that, it's creepy. And then the teacher just laughed it off like nothing happened, like it's okay to do that. And yeah, she told me that, and I feel really bad for her. Like
Alicia, I
things like this
remember,
shouldn't happen.
did something happen that where someone told you if you wear sexy, you
Oh
can be raped?
yeah, I was wearing like a long sleeve top that just reveals my tummy a bit. I don't know, is it sexy? It's really normal. It's not something very
Rapists, for me,
revealing.
rapists, they right, rapists,
Yeah,
they rape people, they don't rape clothes.
exactly. And
They
then but
Good
this one
job.
person,
That
Okay.
is so good. I agree with that.
I think what we're talking about here is, if some people say, or some guys, I don't know, they say that, you were raped because you were wearing sexily, kind of thing. You invited it to happen because you were dressed. But here's the thing: the data actually showed that when women are raped, most of them are fully clothed. They did not actually invite all these men to they weren't wearing sexily, that it was inviting all these things. So it's got nothing to do with what they're wearing. It's and I think
Even
Islam also
grandma,
says,
even grandma also can be raped.
yeah. So I think if we want to start feeling safe, I think we need to start teaching our men that you guys need to lower your gaze. You guys need to learn how to manage all these things, because it is not okay. By saying it's okay, they think it's okay, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Saiful, what do you think as a father?
Yeah, what do you think? Because you're a father. What about our people here? Let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment.
Do you guys get that kind of remarks that if you wear sexy, you will be inviting people to rape you or something like that, or bad things will happen to you? Yeah, it's your fault if something happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to add something, as a father. Okay, once upon a time I was young as well. Okay, so I'm also a teenager, and in my upbringing, in my environment that I school at, and then where I work at, yes, rape jokes, double meaning jokes is common to my surrounding at that moment. Even I can admit, maybe I did some of it, because at that moment, maybe I don't have the awareness, the knowledge, the the respect, you know,
Right.
because this is not something that is common to our people. To teach, to make your boys, your son to understand, to respect girls in
Right.
the right way. Okay, we like to, you know, take advantages whenever we could. Wow, sexy lah jalan, you know. But then
Yeah.
for boys, oh, it's fun, you know, it's fun. But in the reality, it is not. So this is what I learned until today. Even as for me, I learned a lot from Ain. Okay, I learned a lot because okay, now I really realize this is something that we must address and we must uh, educate, raise the awareness so people in education industry, especially the school, teachers really know about this. And Alhamdulillah, because everyone in our country currently already notice, oh, yeah, this is very bad culture is happening in our country. And something, some action must be taken thoroughly, you know. So this is not something that is being normalized anymore. Boys, men, adults need to understand this, that you should respect girls, women, okay, and don't give any excuses justifying your action to okay, siapa suruh pakai seksi, oh dia tak tutup, tak pakai tudung, memanglah dia menjemput. Even what make me scared some more because of Hain punya case ni kan, I'm getting a response from mothers yang oh, memang benda tu biasa lah. Oh, itu mesti salah faham.
Because they thought it's normal.
This is the most dangerous thing because the mothers, the women who are saying it's normal and it's okay. It's not okay, isn't it?
It's not normal.
And you are letting yourself to become a victim.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a mother, and then what happened to your daughter?
Yeah.
If you can accept that, wow.
Exactly.
I'm speechless, seriously.
Yeah. And Haley, yes, you're right. Moms do say that. This is why these kind of conversations is important. That, wow. Are you guys having merch on? Sounds good.
Yeah.
They're playing with you.
It is merchant. Okay, cool. Because it's a celebration right now because we're shifting mindset. Okay, how's that?
Yeah. So Afzan, what do you think about this?
Yeah, what do you think?
Okay, backtracking on what Ain said earlier about being scared to approach the teacher, this is actually something that's very normal for like sexual assault victims or rape victims. We're scared to speak out because it might tarnish not just the predator's reputation but our reputation as well. Okay, and I don't think it's the onus is on you to speak to the teacher because you are the teenager here. The teacher is the adult, so he should know better than you. So I don't think that when people tell you that you should have just spoken to the teacher and stuff like that, because like I said, he's the adult, not you. Okay, and then the second thing is on what Fatima said about invalidation. We women tend to be labeled as emotional whenever we bring out something, when we speak up about something. And it may be true because when something, a topic like rape and sexual assault, it should trigger you, it should make you angry, it should make you all emotional, and it's okay, it's good that you're emotional about issues like this, because that's the only that's a catalyst that will get you to start your advocacy like Ain did. Okay, and I think being emotional is a good thing for women if you do it, correctly. And then on what Alicia said about her clothes being supposedly revealing, really, even babies get raped. Even babies get raped, kids get raped, animals get raped. Okay, so really, it doesn't matter what you wear because it's the predators or the rapists or whoever that have bad intention towards you that bear all the responsibilities of what they do. It's not you. You never, no matter what you wear, no matter what you do, a man should always know when no means no, and what's right and what is wrong. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Let's
do want to share what Chi Sing is saying. Chi Sing is saying that, as kids, they do, he's a guy, right? So they were joking a lot about sex and stuff, but they knew exactly that it was rubbish, and they would never repeat it to girls because they know it's wrong. They clearly know that you would never joke because it's a sick thing, right? And that is because they knew what was right and what was wrong. So but I think when a teacher says this and a teacher kind of means it, it's you the blur thing, it's no longer clear, right? It gets blurry kind of thing. Yeah. But why do you think even mothers actually say that these kind of things are normal, in your opinion?
I think their
Saiful tak tahu.
their mothers say the same thing to them,
Maybe
So
because of the
that's
culture, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you mean by the culture? Yeah, or maybe our audience, you can share why you think the mothers say that.
I think because our budaya, especially Malays kan, okay, fine, you look up to a man, as a woman, you must protect us, yeah. So because a man very very macho, very protective, whatnot, this and that. So when things happen like this, they would they doesn't want to disturb the normal thing in their life. So let it be, it's okay, just a little bit only, and nothing happened yet to you, Then even what is more shocking is when we are getting a feedback from Ain's classmate, girl. She was supportive at first, okay, because she listened to what the teacher saying. She was supportive towards Ain, but when the police came, okay, the first time, the second time again, the police came to do the investigation with them. They felt, you are disturbing my life, all this while just create a ruckus over the school daily life. So this being so hassle, disturbing, and I don't know. And now some of them are against Ain, even though they are one of the student in the class that listen directly first hand from the teacher.
So do you think in a classroom, how many % of them who agrees to Ain?
I can't say how many percent, but I can say that not really a lot, because most right now is giving. Most of my classmates haven't talked to me since they only talk to me if I talk to them, and the girl that's giving me the negative backlash, after she supported me at first, and after that she turned her back at me because she said something like this now. She said that, oh, at first we can pity her, but after time she asked for the feet.
Feet? That means what?
Yeah,
Body
macam minta
attention?
kaki. Lama-lama minta kaki juga dia ni.
What does it
Sorry,
mean?
what is minta kaki?
Yeah, I also don't know.
Generation gap. Please educate me.
makan
Kaki is
kaki.
like, she wanna blast all at me. She wanna show me like,
Kick you.
Kick you. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So,
Okay, got it.
and she is friends with the male classmates in my class, and obviously all of the male classmates in my class, I can say very little % of the male classmates in my class actually support me. And when she's friends with those male classmates who are rape enablers, you can imagine how they can manipulate her into thinking this. And also the fact that male validation in women is also not very uncommon, and internalized misogynism. So, I don't blame her 100%, because as 17-year-olds, we are still very impressionable, very easily manipulated. So, but it's just sad. It's really sad.
Yep. I think
Because
for me, go on.
Because I'm fighting for
Them.
for rights, for students, for them,
Is that them?
and they do this towards me.
Okay,
It's
so
sad.
Hi. Okay, we lost you for a bit. Continue. Sorry, Ain.
Oh, okay. So like because I'm fighting for their rights as students, especially female students, and this is what she does to me. Right.
So you're saying, despite all this attention and awareness that you're creating, oh,
They're saying mature so much lah, you know.
Woo! Okay.
you still don't get a 100% support, or at least 70% or 60% support from your classmates? No. Oh,
And
that's
I
amazing.
think right now maybe one of them have.
Okay.
So far, only one of them have given me tried to hear my story, right? But
Okay,
once they
so-
hear my story, they still have already spreaded the rumors about me in school, and they don't even want to say public story. If you have spreaded my story publicly, then say sorry publicly too. I know they
Okay.
say like they use sometimes another secret secret account come attack me. I'm like, why is their typing the same as my classmates? Oh, I wonder who this is.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, so how about the rest of the school? Is there anyone showing any kind of support, like your other teachers? You know, I don't know.
I already met with the principal. Yeah, I already met them. Apa? Wednesday, is it? Last, last Wednesday, we discussed. Yeah, actually, this teacher, the person that using that rape jokes already admit he's the one saying, okay, to the police. Okay, so in that matter, he settled the case. He admitted. So currently, the school is waiting for the result of this investigation by the police and the kementerian. Okay, but from the principal point of view, after we settled the meeting, she totally supported Ain. The class teacher supported Ain 100%, and they was shocked with this kind of people trying to spin the story. You know, they're listening from one side, and then other party coming in to add up some tak apa rumors lagi kan. So
SHIT.
It's become messed up, you know. Kemunjak. Okay, but then Alhamdulillah, because I already met with the principal, they are very supportive towards Ain cause, and they welcome Ain back to the school because Ain is very berhutang budi dengan sekolah. Yeah, there's a teacher yang very supportive dengan Ain before this. Very supportive, helping Ain to join the English poetry competition, and she won the Kuala Selangor district #1. Okay, so is this a rebel student? This is kind of rebel student who.
And I won
I'm a rebel
number 3
student.
in Selangor for art. Yeah.
All right. So you're like an A-star student. So obviously, you know.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Notice how Nur Hazwani says, I think they turn back on Ain because they follow the majority. They're afraid to be brave like Ain and afraid to face the challenge that they will get.
Spot on.
Yeah. I also want to share that I think it's safer to follow the majority than to go against. What you're doing is extremely brave. And when you're young, and I was young once, I was 17 as well. And I think we're all afraid, you know, because of what people would think. And sometimes when we're 17, you know, we just want to be accepted. And we're so looking for that we're scared to, you know, kind of thing. Yeah.
Actually, I was like you when I was 16, 17, when I was around your age. But at that time, there's no social media. So I was in a boarding school called Tunku Kusha College. Yeah. So I went in when I was 16 years old, and then I stayed there until I take my SPM 17. And there were also some students who start when they were 13 years old. So when I came in, there were a lot of discrimination by the headmistress. The way she do is she segregate between the old girls and the new girls. Yeah. So then you don't get the same privilege. I don't get to do the after school activities. So there was so many injustice. So you know what I do? I always, every time there's any injustice, I just walk into the headmistress class office and I will knock on her door. Okay, I will pass through all the admin office. I knock on her door, and then I'll demand for justice. You know, so every time there's injustice, I will go there and see her every time until one day, she got so fed up that I come there every time there's injustice. Right? She said to me, "Yeah, Haliza, that's my full name, Haliza. I'm the headmistress here. Okay, I can do whatever I want. Okay, if I am unfair, so what can you do? What can you do? You're just a student.
Wow.
What can you do? I'm the headmistress here. I can do whatever I want." And I thought, I was like, when I hear she says, "Yes, I'm unfair," I was like, "Yeah, she finally admit that she's unfair," right? I was happy, right? And then I said, betul juga, I cannot do anything lah. I'm just a student. You know, and I'm thinking like, if I had a social media at that time, at that age, I'd probably be doing like you do, you know. There's an unfair segregation here, blah, 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 you know. But there was none. So I couldn't express myself like you can today. And at that time, you know, I was the only girl. Okay, I had all these new girls, about maybe almost 100 new girls, and I was the only one. Hey, menegakkan keadilan. And I look back, there's nobody going following me. I sorang-sorang menegakkan keadilan. So it's like that. It's not easy to make a stand because not everybody will be brave like you are doing. So you keep on going what you're doing.
Okay, and I'm loving all these comments that are coming in. Everybody's saying you know, it's sickening that your school is not supporting you, or the majority was kind of not supporting you when things were tough. But everyone is saying that they are fully behind you. They're supporting you. So speaking of that, you're going back to school. Everything is gonna be okay again, I guess. But what? You've started this movement. What's your plan?
My plan is to bring this movement global and to make sure that world leaders take action towards this problem, because this education is the backbone of every country. Teachers are the backbone of every country, and there's a lot of factors to why our education became this way. For example, teachers themselves don't have enough financial backing, so they can really put their soul into teaching these kids. So I'm planning to make a lot of changes. I have a lot of ideas on how we can improve education, and of course my school is going to be the first school in Malaysia to really take big action towards this problem that is infecting our society.
Yeah, that's
awesome. So you've got the support of your headmistress and your teachers on this? Okay, so and I guess from your school, it then is gonna go towards the other schools, right?
Yes, we are hoping that will be so, because I'm not hoping just for me and myself only to go fight for this movement. I would love to see other girls or other boys that are the same like me that go and speak out about injustice that's happening in their school, make change in their own school. You know, it's not just about me.
Fantastic. So how can people support you? Is there a way that they can, show their support? Where do they go for things? Yeah.
You can show me support by using my hashtag Make School a Safer Place. Speak out about your stories about this injustice that happens in your school, or take action towards the individuals that must be taken action towards too. Because right now we need to spread awareness, because there's a lot of people in our country that don't really understand about why this is wrong.
Okay. Okay, got it. And I think you're right. We need to start having these conversations so that people know that it's not okay. And another question that people had is, why do they think mothers say that it's normal to tell you the truth? I think it's because it's about worthiness, that we think that this is normal and it's okay, when actually it's not okay. We deserve so much more. We deserve respect. Our children deserve respect.
Yeah.
And that is what we are fighting for here, right?
Yeah, I think
It's not even fighting, it's the basic, right? Yeah.
I think because it's what we say to ourselves also, because we think we're not worthy. Okay, let me share you something that I have not shared to anyone. This is a bit difficult for me to share, but I will share anyway. Okay. So, what I've shared with you is my childhood experience, right? And what happened to me when I was 4 years old, which I was raped by my uncle. And then at 10 years old, I was sexually molested by another uncle. Okay. So, so it's very, very hard, but it happens. So, the thing is when I grow up, okay, that is my childhood memory. Okay, I felt, of course, I feel helpless. I don't think I could do anything about it. So I thought, being an adult, you won't be facing this kind of things, right? But in the 20s, it happened to me again. So what happened was, I'm being young so of course I was having fun with my friends. We go out clubbing. I wear sexy. I dance sexy. I have fun with my friends. And I know this one guy who I like to dance with. And he always want me to go out with him, but I refuse to. I always say, no, I just like to dance with you. I'm out with my girlfriends. And one day he get angry because I rejected him. And right at the club, he raped me. He just pulled me, and I said, no, and it went to deaf ears. So why, some people probably ask why I didn't report to the police. When it's so funny, when that happened to me, I just freeze in my mind, and then I the child in me just automatically, I just freeze. I cannot think, and I didn't want to admit. I can't believe this is happening, right? And I cannot scream help, and because I don't want to admit it's happening to me, I didn't want to admit, and I just keep saying no, and he still pull me. The no just went to deaf ears, and probably I was thinking, oh, maybe it is my fault. I was afraid to tell even to the police or what. Maybe people would say that because I wear sexy, because I went clubbing, So I think it's what I say to myself.
Yeah, I think it's what you said is very profound, because victim blaming sometimes happens from within you, like from the victims themselves. They blame themselves. Because when these things happen, we try to rationalize it.
Yeah.
We try to make sense of it, and we try to find a reason why this happened to us. So maybe because of what I said, maybe because of what I wore, but we
try and rationalize things.
Yes, we rationalize it.
I think the word is rationalize.
And what we need to understand is that rape is not about sex. It's about power. It's about having power over another person. So it doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter where you are. It's about power. So yeah, what you said is very profound, and I can understand, because it's a very traumatic thing to happen, especially because it happens to you repeatedly. So yeah, it leaves an imprint on you, and of course there are things.
And here's the scary thing: if it happens to you once, it can happen to you more than once. Okay, there's actually data on it. I was actually in a training, and more than 50% of the women were either sexually harassed, molested, or raped. And for, I don't know how many percent of them, it happened more than once. So here's the thing. When something like this happens, you are traumatized and you carry it with you for the rest of your life. And it can be prevented so much earlier on. Just by having this conversation. That's why it's important to actually, especially for men and both women, to say, hey, not cool. That's not okay. Stop it. even if it's a joke, we have to say it up, we have to voice it until it becomes such a normal conversation that it doesn't need even to be a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the impact is, can you imagine that thing happened to me when I was in the 20s? I'm 47 now. So I've been denying that this thing actually happened to me. I just really push it down. The memory thinking, oh, actually I consented just to make me feel, oh, how I cope. I cope.
Yeah, it's a
I
coping
rationalize
mechanism.
it. Coping mechanism. Oh, actually, I wanted it last sebenarnya.
And the
but
funny thing is, I was sharing with Liz that me with my company, what I do is I teach people how to post and how to write their stories. I can tell which of my students, whether they're men or women, if they have gone through something traumatic like this from their posts. I can tell. Can you believe it?
I believe you.
Yeah. So it's I don't know, maybe I'm in tune or what, but I can tell who.
Yeah.
And based on who's shared here in the comment, I was like, I knew it. Yeah.
So I think because of you, Ain, that when I saw that, thank you so much. Made me face it. Actually, yesterday the whole day I was crying.
Sorry.
Okay, Liz, it's
I'm so
okay.
sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, the whole day I was crying.
Because, you believe that because society made you feel that way.
No, I cried because I feel relieved that finally I can tell my story. That I can make a stand, I can have a voice, that I can acknowledge that this happened, this did happen to me. That this happened, and that I'm worthy for it. I'm worthy. I have to be respected. Everyone have to be respected. You cannot invalidate anybody's feeling. Can't invalidate Ain's feeling for feeling the way she felt. It's her perception. It's what she knows is true.
And what happened to you, Liz, was not your fault at all.
Yep.
Trust me, it wasn't at all.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people, just like me, we grew up. I use, Alicia, Fatima, you're so lucky at this age. We have the platform to, during my time, I don't have that opportunity, or I don't have the tools to handle it, right? So can you imagine, time passed by, 20 years, 20 years.
So you actually learn to kind of have that conversation. Oh, it didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
You're trying to survive, so you block it out.
Yeah, survival mode.
Yeah, you're in survival mode. Yes.
Yeah, so now I learned how to face it. Hey, this is really what happened. I let go of the pain and I realized something, that the pain that I go through makes me stronger. And I'm thinking, somehow maybe the attraction, I want to feel the pain to feel stronger. so I don't know, but possibly that happens. So now today I felt okay. I don't need to feel pain to be strong. I don't need to go through that. I can be strong. I am strong. That's what I learned. Amazingly, it's totally beginning of my healing major one.
And I think that's another important message that we need to share as well for all the women and men who's gone through something like this. I think it's important to start the healing journey. And how can we do that? Kind of thing, by finding people to start talking about this, because the healing starts when we can finally face it, I guess, right?
Yes, a lot of people push it down.
Because it's easier to not face it, because if you face it, you have to bear the responsibility and repercussion. It's easier to avoid it because your life goes normal.
So a lot of people, especially from the old school parents, they don't want to have this kind of difficult conversation. We need this difficult. I don't know, Fatima, Alicia, what do you guys think?
Can I say something?
Sure.
Okay. I'm sorry, Kaliza, that you went through that. I didn't know. I just know about, the uncle thing that you
Yes.
told me. And then I actually want to thank Kaliza because she's the one who makes me stronger. I did cry. I told her I'm weak and I can't do that and this. But she always encouraged me that I can, that I'm a strong woman and all those, you know she keeps encouraging me, and I'm really sorry for everyone else who've gone through this rape or sexual harass. A man, a woman who gone through this is really wrong. And one more thing is that one of my friends, she posted this awareness about sexual harassment, and then this one boy, he replied saying that, oh, if it was men who gone through this, then no one's going to talk about it. And then she told me about it and I was like, no, it's wrong. How would you say that? No one said that men cannot get raped. Rape
Yeah.
means you are forced into sexual stuff or rape, and that. And a man can get raped, like it can affect emotionally, or like, for example, there are women who drug men and then rape them. That's also wrong. But because men, they don't speak up, I think is because they men will keep saying, oh, why are you talking about this, just some little matter, you shouldn't say about this. So, like, at some point, men are also shut down from
Down.
saying
Yep.
how they feel, what they experience, because most women nowadays are more stronger to tell this kind of things, because everyone is supporting women more nowadays. That men, sometimes they have to stay quiet because people say, oh, why you are like, what's your macho, you get raped, okay, so what? It's not, everyone's valid. Everyone should be talking about rape is wrong. So rape shouldn't be generalized. We shouldn't generalize gender, or we shouldn't like justify rape. That's the
Yep.
thing. If rape
Absolutely agree.
rape happens because of rapists, not because of men, not because of anyone, it's because of the rapist itself. That's how I think of it. So yeah, I think men should also be heard out, because I know that a lot of men just pendam, they won't tell, because people wouldn't listen to them because they're men. Who cares? Like, because women are like physically weaker than men, that's true, but it doesn't mean that we should deny that things like this happen to men. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's wrong. We shouldn't blame the victim. Educate we should educate the people, everyone, that rape is wrong, because this happens to like all genders.
Yeah.
Well said, Alicia.
Yeah.
Fatima,
Jessica.
you want to put
Yeah.
in here? Yeah, also. No.
Thank
Fatima?
you.
Yeah, I think I agree with Alicia. It's also about toxic masculinity. We tend to tell boys, you're a man, you shouldn't feel this way, you don't cry, then don't cry,
You
tough
should
up,
man up, right?
should
Yeah.
man up. Yeah, that's what you say to men. And they will channel this so-called I am a strong man to something that is very, very abusive. So I hope that this education will start from home, and it starts from parenting. It starts from the parent. So parent really should teach the children, not just the woman, to take care of themselves, but also to the boys, especially have this talk with them since they're little. So it's normalized. They don't go out and be curious about the world. And yeah, I hope it starts from the parents, and parents really have this talk with their children more.
Saiful, do
Definitely.
you think you have any? Thank you, Fatima. What? Saiful, what do you think about you? Do you have any problem with expressing how you feel, or you're okay with, like, do you say, oh, I'm cool?
Yeah, I think uh, my upbringing suppress everything, and sincerely, I tell you, everyone tonight, I have a very hard time to express myself. You know, I have a very hard time to say even no to things that happen to me, even because I'm the youngest as well in my family. You know,
Oh,
you're and to make the matter worse, my elder brother above me, we have a 10-year gap. So I don't feel really connected to my family. Yeah, and that's might be one of the reasons why I've been very protective to Ain, so she have a better upbringing than I am, and some more I'm an introvert, so it's very hard for me to tell things to other people. So I would like to keep things to myself, but then people can change, yeah, people can change, so we can take the right action whenever we need to take it. So, for example, what happened to Ain, I have no other excuses. So this is the fight that we need to do, and we need to tell people this is wrong. We need to tell as many people as we could. That's why even we only uh, 1 week movement, kan, just 1 week old movement. But then, alhamdulillah, we are getting enormous response. I can say the positive response is way much bigger than the negativity, because everyone is facing the same thing, and we already so tired of it, and we want to change, and what I did, I'm very ashamed of myself, because she need to face this kind of situation, and she's the one who have to who have the guts, who have the bravery to stand up, you know. So
So,
I
when
hope
I told you about this, what was your reaction?
I was angry, very angry. You know, I don't. I put trust to the teachers.
Mm.
You know, I'm sending my kids to school, and I'm expecting them to teach Ain to teach the right things, the good value of life, the right knowledge, so she can explore and she can fulfill her potential. But then when I heard about this teacher, and then we do some research, we getting a response. Oh, this issue already been happening for many years, and when the things become viral, I got a lot more response. Wow, this is disease that we can no longer tolerate. So the action has been
Saiful,
taken. Yeah.
yeah. So I want to ask you, right? To Ain today, how did you start raising it? There's somebody asking, how did you? They were asking for tips on parenting, right? How did you start exposing her to this?
Yes.
At what
Well,
age?
he he my dad, what I have to say about my dad is that, my dad was also victim to that past upbringing, to that past mindset, and therefore, like, he also was against me at first, but we had a discussion. Okay, we had a discussion together. It took me many years to muster up the courage to tell to my dad, Ayah, this isn't right. Okay, what you believe is not right. And we had a very, very heartfelt discussion together as a family as to why he needs to change his views, change slowly with my mother together. And right now, he is my biggest supporter. And yeah, and also my dad also believed me before, to for me to go on the internet and learn things that I can learn
and to improve myself. So he trusted me.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
The first thing,
Okay. Encik Saiful,
for me,
I got respect for you.
Put trust in yourself, you know.
yeah.
Mm.
So I saw
That you're
in your
willing. No, I'm sorry. I have to say I have a lot of respect for you. You're willing to put aside whatever you were brought up to believe in to actually listen to somebody younger than you and to recognize the wise soul that she is and to kind of not just make a stand, but you're actually you're helping her making a stand for the whole of Malaysia and if not Asia. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bravo.
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Saiful, I saw like in your Instagram that you also brought her before to Bersuara. I think there's one name which is on Bersuara event about Bersuara.
Okay, in
So
terms of that, I tried to give my children the best upbringing that I could, the best environment where they can fulfill their potential. So,
so what do you
I
do?
put trust. I give freedom to them to decide, and Ain especially, I bring her to many events, so she has the exposure,
Right.
and people are asking, Ain, oh, you are an activist right now, huh? Oh, dah pakai nama aktivis dan sebagainya. No, this is not the first program that I'm fighting for. I'm already joining a previous event. There's one art exhibition, online digital art exhibition. The title was how COVID-19 impact to the freedom of speech.
Right.
So I contributed her drawings to express her feeling towards that cause, and kita cerita pasal lukis
Not yet.
and her main passion is to draw. Okay? That's her passion, the main passion, and through her drawing she expressed her feeling, her opinion, her thoughts, and since then Ain has become an activist, and this is the biggest opportunity.
Yeah, like I've always been outspoken about my thoughts and opinions, but I was already an activist before this, but this is the first time that I've had a platform this big, So to me, it's just responsibility for me to bring these things forward and make sure that people higher up will take take action towards this and make sure that our society can change.
True.
Do you have any other siblings? Ain?
Yeah.
Do you have any other siblings, or are you an only child?
Yes, I have other siblings, and I am the eldest siblings.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have to take care of my siblings and stuff.
And
you're doing a good job.
Ain is very helpful towards the family. I'm not a privileged financial background, so and I have a health condition actually. So Ain helps me to do some business. She's selling popiah. She's not that. Yeah, this is Ain. She's not just I'm an activist and I'm sitting in my room. No, she's taking care of the siblings, helping me to sell the kueh.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah,
that's amazing. Wow, I think.
Oh, one of Ain's teacher is Zunar, is it?
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Some people talk to me that apparently Zunar is backing me up or pushing me to do this kind of thing. Okay, that's wrong. Actually, because I am so interested in what is happening in Malaysia, and when I found out that apparently a cartoonist, this uncle is drawing a cartoon, then he get caught by the police. He got raided. His office got raided, and I was like, what? Why is this happening? But I was like, oh my god, this uncle is so cool, and about like in 2019, I reached out to him in his DMs and I said to him like, Uncle, you are so cool. I want to be like you one day. And he asked me to go to his studio and we got closer from then. So yeah, no.
Wow.
If people want to say that, oh, I is not normal person because Zuna is behind me. No, I reached out to him because it is like what I believe that he is so cool, and I just want, and now we're close.
All right. Okay.
I like that. This uncle. Very Asian of us, uncle.
I love Caleb. He's saying, first we had Uncle Roger. Now we have Uncle Zuna.
Zuna.
Okay. Well, Liz.
There's
it's
one
11.
question.
Yes.
Yeah, there's one
Go on.
question here. It says, Cik Saiful, what are your tips for other fathers with daughters who may one day face a similar situation?
Okay. Trust your child. The first thing that you must do, trust your child. Whatever they are saying, put your trust first. Okay. Later you can do the investigation. Okay, is it true or not? But then put your trust to whatever they are saying. All this while, okay, you are teaching your child to do the right things, to do the not do the wrong things, and then when something happened to them, they come to you telling things that it's not okay. You should trust first. Okay, this is very important. This is very important to have a strong bonded family. You know, if you don't have trust among you, then I don't know. People saying me, oh, you are super dad, you are very supportive, this and that. I don't know. Hey, that's supposed to be something normal within your family.
I have a question.
That's what fathers are supposed to do, right?
Wait. I have a question. On dari segi percentage, how many parents in Malaysia do you think actually trust the children when they tell them something? Because my mom would rather believe outside people than trust me, and I'm like, wait a minute, you brought me up, don't you trust me? You know, kind of thing.
I was shocked, you know, because people are giving this kind of response. You are a great father. I don't know. This is something normal for me, and I thought it was normal for other family as well.
Rupanya tak.
Rupanya tak normal. Betul.
Turns out you're abnormal, Mr. Saiful.
Sometimes, you know, yeah, but the thing is, sometimes it's just like that. Even within the family, we don't have trust among each other. In fact, you can hurt each other more. You get hurt or you don't get the support from your own family members. You know, they become suspicious of you. They would rather be suspicious rather than find out the truth.
Yeah.
You know, so it happens. Yes, you are right. Family should have a close bond. Patutnya. So how do we get there? That's the question.
Yeah. So number one, trust your kid. And anything else?
Trust your kid.
Okay.
Give them freedom to choose.
Okay, nice.
You know,
good one.
People are asking. We went to the police station. We went to meet so many people. One common question that they keep on asking is, "Hey, Ain, why your English so good?
Okay.
Where did you learn that?" So the answer is,
I learned on the internet. YouTube.
Yeah, we now have Generation YouTube.
Yeah.
The
and
kids,
like people say, right, macam I don't develop this kind of mindset at just overnight. Like maybe some people would ask, why would you give your child freedom to choose? What if she chooses the wrong thing, right? Thing is, I also did that. I chose the wrong thing at first. I even went so far as to say I said slurs in the internet because I was like very, very young and I was exposed to very bad things
You're still young,
time,
honey.
such as the N word. I said that. And I said the R word. I said that. But,
Sorry, what
you
N word
know,
and
like
R word?
people,
Just wondering.
yeah, I can't say that, but I can only say that as N word and R word because
Okay.
you can't say that.
Okay.
But N word is a derogatory slur that people use to call a black people, of
Right. I
African
think
people.
I
Okay.
know what it
The
Yeah,
is.
N word
yeah.
I
Okay.
get. The R
The
word I
R
don't
Yeah,
know.
word, we don't know.
R word is a derogatory slur used to call people autistic people or people
Oh, I
with
see. I know the word.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
got
yeah.
it.
So you know that word? Okay. So I
It's
used to say those things. And people that say that, oh, what if she chooses the wrong thing? Thing is, I need to fully explore on why that is wrong and why this is right. That's why I say give
I love
people
it.
room to change and improve. And as you can
Yes.
see this today, I have changed for the better. I know that what I did before was very, very wrong. And people do mistakes. People do mistakes. Me and my dad, we admit that we are not saints. We are not perfect people.
You know, I was watching your first interview towards the end when you say room to change. That's amazing coming from a 17-year-old girl. You know, I'm thinking
yeah.
like even my people my age also don't say things like that, you know.
Big words,
Serious.
you know,
That's
Yeah.
big
seriously.
words. And the thing, what I love towards the end of the video when you guys will say, "Hey, don't go and kutuk the school. Don't go and kutuk these people who made bad comments or who admitted they did wrong. Give them room to change." You know, we are. If you try to kutuk them and you try to be the same like them, that means no, you won't make any difference, right? And that's amazing because
Yeah.
It is true because how do we learn anyway is we need to understand that different people we learn from mistakes sometimes and we need to give that space for people to learn because look at Enche Saiful, he said that he shifted his mindset after learning from his 17-year-old girl, but if you were not willing to change and to shift, we wouldn't be able to see you today, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I learned from my 5-year-old and 7-year-old kids too.
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
I really
But
learn.
yeah, I want to say still, even though we give people room to change, we will still need to give them a lesson that
Hmm.
what any
Yes.
action you take will have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
We people need to learn that even though I will give you room to change, I will forgive you, but you need to take accountability for your actions.
Yeah.
Accountability.
They need to
Awesome.
learn that this thing isn't okay.
And Jay Saiful, I have a question. Do you ever kind of sometimes wonder how the heck did your 17-year-old daughter become so wise? Like, do you even wonder how did she get even wiser than you? I don't know. Because if I were you, I'd be like, what did I just bring up?
One simple question that I can answer. I always look at the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which is true. I tell you.
good job, Jay Saiful.
Your
Yeah,
kids
that's
is
so
the
good.
mirror of your
Yeah,
kids are
well
mirror of
done, Jay
you.
Saiful.
You
Well
must give
done.
the example, Yeah?
Okay.
What else?
Yeah. Lead
Let's
by
learn from the
example.
parent.
So kalau ada budak-budak yang parents macam ada isu, you tengok balik kat mirror, is it?
Mirror, betul, betul.
Just
Because
kidding.
it goes like this.
Uh-huh.
There's somebody who said, children go to school to learn, and then where do the parents go learn about parenting? Where they go about to learn about
Where do they
parenting?
go to learn about good parenting?
Mana komen tu
Can
actually,
Niha. I found it.
Yeah.
I found it.
actually, next week on Friday we invited a parenting coach. So please
Yes,
come.
teacher care. So
You want to learn how to be a good parent? You come next week on Friday. And watch my show.
in fact, Caleb, parents go nowhere or they go to teacher care. So you come in next week. We got the answer for you.
Yeah. So, Amsa, maybe could you share with us about how do you deal with your situation of you were saying that you had bipolar.
Yeah.
How do you
And he was
do
triggered
you get
as a
do
result
you
of that incident.
yeah do you
Yes.
get any people being judging on you on when you have this kind of situation?
See, I was diagnosed 2 years ago, but I've been having symptoms as early as the age of 7 or 8. And it was triggered by a traumatic incident that happened to me at that age. And I didn't know that I've been living my life with bipolar disorder. And even I myself thought that when I was having like hypomanic episodes or depressive episodes, I thought that I was just being like mengada-ngada, overly emotional or hyperactive, things like that. So when people judged me, I really thought that it was me that had that was having like an attitude problem or things like that. And only when I started therapy, I started seeing a psychiatrist, and I have to be honest, I'm on medication for bipolar disorder, so I'm my condition is now manageable. So through therapy, I discovered that I've been having symptoms much earlier, and the episodes, even though it happens, the episodes happen sometimes twice a year, sometimes once a year. I've learned to recognize the signs when it's about to happen, and there are still things that will trigger an episode, like and the number one thing that will trigger me is when I read news about child molestations. So that's why I think that what Ayn is doing is very important, because it always starts with a joke. And then it progresses, it grows into something, it festers into something even worse, because when you give the power to someone to joke about it, it's like making it
Okay. When it's not
insignificant,
okay.
making it okay when it's not okay. So really what you're doing is important. And I know it can get lonely at times. It can get lonely because not everybody will be there for you, not everybody will support you, but just know that when you're doing something right, there will be haters.
And then there's another thing that I hate people joke about is about weight. They joke about weight, like as if I hate that. People just joke about your weight, and you think it's funny. And then sometimes when people do that for years and years to me, I say, hey, it's not funny anymore. Don't joke anymore about weight. I don't want to hear you joke about my weight. But it happens.
It's only funny when I joke about my own weight.
Yeah. Nobody else has the permission to joke about other people's weight. I have a question, Ayn Afzan. Do you think it's because of what happened to you that this bipolar kind of happened, so that it's sort of like a defense thing to protect you? Because when you go on that downward spiral of bipolar, people don't come near you, and it protects you from being attacked or something. I don't know.
Yes, that is partly true, because even until now, I generally do not like it when people touch me. So it's like it's an involuntary defensive move.
It sets you off. Right.
Sometimes and sometimes people don't even intend to touch me. It's just like a brush of the arm, when we pass by somebody and we accidentally like brush into each other, and I would immediately like a turtle, I would go like put everything back into the shell. So it's
I understand.
It was triggered by that. But to clarify, I also have the genes for mental illness, because my mother had depression at one point in her life. So I was born with that genes, I suppose. And that event only triggered what was already there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I think all of us.
It's 11:59.
We have to go soon.
Yes. Because not me, but we've got a 17-year-old. So we want to honor her.
Do you even have a bedtime?
So
Do you have a
anyway,
bedtime?
Okay. Soalan. Sejak jadi advocate ni, do you still have a bedtime?
Of course, I try to tell myself to go and rest, right? But it's kind of hard, and I've been showing trauma symptoms ever since because, like, if I try to sleep, right, and there's like a slight noise, but it's hard for me to go to sleep,
Yeah.
But I try to.
wow.
Okay.
It
You
is
know what?
difficult.
I think what you're doing, both of you doing are great. I think we had very fantastic conversation
Absolutely.
tonight.
Yes, thank you.
I
Yes.
think there's a lot of ways that we can support both of you. In your Popia business, you can figure out something, yeah, and do something and support you guys
Oh my God,
on this
yes.
course. Yeah,
Is it
yes,
popiah
definitely
basah
we
or
can
popiah
find ways to
goreng?
support this. Yeah?
Frozen
And I
popiah.
tell you, I give. You know what?
Ready made.
I give you an idea. You like to draw, right? Why don't you draw something to express yourself regarding this, and then you can auction off
Mm.
the drawings or something, for this course.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think
Okay,
that's great for
I'll
you to do
definitely do
it.
that.
Yeah. We will
Thank you
we
so
will
And
do
much
the
for your
we will do the
insight.
auction of Mama Liz show. How about that, huh? We
Wow.
can do we can do the auction here. Huh? We call everybody tick tick tick. Somebody will be the auctioneer. Okay, I can be the auctioneer.
all right.
How about that?
So I think before we close, everybody, if you could share with us one thing that you're going to be able to take home from
Yeah.
watching tonight's episode, please do share with us. So we know where you guys are at, and also you guys who's on screen with us. Or what's the one thing that you learned tonight? Yes,
I
Alicia.
have one thing to share. Not one, but a few things. So you know, feminism is about a woman empowering, right? It's not about um degrading men. It's
Men.
about equality. It's about the same. We should all treat each other the same.
Yes.
So yeah, we shouldn't, like, men and women shouldn't be enemies. They should work together and prevent rapists, prevent people who sexual harass, people who do this kind of stuff, which is really bad. And also, one thing, according to Islam, like, people who practice Islam knows that men should always lower their gaze. And actually, you shouldn't, like, tegur someone's appearances or aura, like, especially men. They cannot tegur women. That's one thing I heard from this one ustad from TikTok. He said that like, men should not tegur women. It should be women who tegur women, or their own family yang tegur dia punya aurat. So yeah,
There
men
are ways
should,
to do it lah.
yeah, we should lower men should lower our gaze, and women should voice out how they feel, and also men should start talking about how they feel, expressing themselves, because I know men had hard times
Hmm.
expressing how they feel, and how,
Exactly.
because they keep it in. I know, because I have a lot of guy friends. They just don't talk. They just, oh, it's okay, we're men, we should have to be strong. We
Yeah, that's
shouldn't talk
so
about
wrong.
problems.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually don't believe in women empowerment. I'm probably gonna get hate now, but I believe in
Yeah.
people empowerment because I grew up in a family where the guys in my family are so amazing, but I get to be amazing because they allow me to be amazing.
Yeah,
But
it's
for us
about
to
the
do that,
environment.
we need to recognize the power of men and recognize the power of women, and that we're all equal, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that the
Yeah.
woman can be leaders too.
Yes, and
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
only
Oh,
worry is when women are
and
so powerful, and then the men are gonna be left behind. What about me? Kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we need to just have it equal. It's about people empowerment. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whoever who needs
all
to be
right.
lifted out, that's how we help. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
last words
Uh,
from everybody. We have from
yes.
Alicia. How about Fatima? Any last words? Any message to every audience?
I think it's already uh, self-sufficient, self-explanatory by uh, it's self-explanatory, saying that, we have to educate people to stop sexualizing woman's body. Stop having this joke, because I think personally for me, this joke comes or stems from the boys talk. If you ever heard of that term, boys talk, whereby these boys will have their own conversation about women and joke about it. And this has always been the culture between them, especially the boys in the hostel, at college. And when they mingle with women, they will accidentally let it out. So I really hope that the parents do their job in talking with their children about this, and they really know their kids, what they talk about, who they're friends with, how is their circle outside from the house. So they know their children to not do these things. So yeah, I hope that our voice will be heard. Yeah.
How about you, Abzan? Last words for the audience and everybody else?
Yeah, I say that let the young speak. Don't stifle them. Don't discourage them from speaking out, even if their opinion is wrong. But at least you allow them to have their own opinions and develop their own confidence to speak, to stand for what's right. Especially nowadays, especially for young girls, I find that the same people who say that girls should just like stay in the kitchen, should not go study to tertiary level, because eventually you'll end up in the kitchen. These are also the same people who, when they go to the hospital, they demand to have a female gynecologist. You get what I'm trying to say here? The same people,
if you're preaching somebody to stay in the kitchen,
but when you go to the hospital, you
not going to be a
female
girl
gynecologist.
Yeah,
I want my wife to be attended to by a female gynecologist. No men allowed. Okay, so yeah,
that's quite funny. I'm sorry, it didn't occur to me about how funny that is. Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay, Saiful, sorry ya.
Yeah.
Kelakar. Roti kacang merah is saying here, Afzan. Betul, kami it didn't occur, right? Hello.
Yeah.
You know,
So
duduk dekat dapur, siapa nak jaga kat hospital?
Yeah, just like the young ones speak. Yeah.
Okay. Cik Saiful?
Anak saya pandai.
I think kan.
kan. Saya pun pandai.
We must be ready to listen, and we should embrace changes for the better of our next generation. I think that's it.
I love that. I think that's
okay. Now our star for the night.
I just want to say thank you so much for everyone that's been supporting me, especially kids my age like Alicia. Thank you so much for supporting me and then speaking out about your own opinions, because I really want to see girls like you, Alicia, bloom and become another another person like me, like fight for things right, for what's right together, right? Because it's not only about me. I want people to know what's wrong and what's right. I'm not trying to condemn anybody, and I'm so happy to see on TikTok right now there's a new trend of these new cyber activists, young people that are spreading awareness using TikToks in very creative ways, even in some ways in jokes, but it's still serious and spread the same awareness. And it's so happy. I'm so happy to see that.
Awesome. So maybe you guys can get in touch and start this movement. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I also have a questions to everybody. We've been hearing about a lot of stuff, but what actions are you guys going to take? Because the conversation does not end here. What are you guys going to do about it? Okay, there's a lot of people saying I'm for president of the world, I'm for parliament. Okay, I suppose Alicia for VP, kind of thing. So you guys can start. We'll vote you because we're too lazy to go into politics, right? But we'll teach you if you need. Okay.
I just want to show you this slide. You see here, Saiful Nizam, the mover. Ain is the
Okay.
pure heart. I gave everybody a name. I will explain to you. I say Saiful Nizam, the father, is the mover because he moves the world. He moves the power, the people around him. He moves everyone. That's what I feel. And then Ain, of course, the pure heart. You have the purest heart, and everyone gets you and hears you. And Afzan, you are the architect of life. You choose the kind, you design the life that you want, despite whatever that you challenges you go through. And Fatima, you're the wise one. You've always been the wise one. It's just that no one has heard. I mean, not many people able to hear you, and I want the people to hear how wise you are today. And Elisha, uh, and you are the future to me, and that's why I brought you here today. You are the future. That's why I
Thank
brought you in.
you.
Okay, and that's why I want you and I, young people like you, to yeah, move the world together with the daddies of the world as well, the movers. So that's why, yeah. So anyway, I think that's the end for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and thank you
Thank you
all
for
the
inviting me,
Yeah,
Liz.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank
Guys, if
you.
you're watching and you think that this message is really important, please share it out on your feed and let everybody know, tag everybody that you want to make a difference to. Thank you so much. Thank you
yes.
everybody for joining us.
All right.
And
Yeah, I would like to say
Thank
thank
you.
you
Ah,
to Ain.
Thank you.
yeah.
Because of Ain, my friend
Bye.
met,
Bye.
the teacher who
Huh?
I would
What?
like to say one more thing.
Huh?
I want to say thank you for to Ain because my friend who, got catcalled by her own teacher, she's gonna make a TikTok about it and spread it, and tag you, and
Wow.
yeah.
Power to her. Power to her.
Thank you so
Bravo.
much.
Yeah.
awesome. Good
Yeah, I
job.
think I think everybody should. I think everybody who attended today. I think what we could do is do a TikTok thing. I don't know something.
Yeah.
Hey, what do
Not
you
just
think?
that, you can share this, not
I
just
don't
that, you
know.
can share this video out as well, yeah?
Yes,
So that
that's
more
what.
people can hear this conversation. So thank you so
Definitely. Yes.
much.
Yeah. Please see you again next week Friday on Mama List. Thank you for coming
All
tonight.
right, thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.